Good morning, guys. Tegan here with another episode of Inspire Me 360. Just wanted to hop on this morning and spread some daily inspiration and motivation with you guys. So I'm just sitting here in the backyard, and I woke up a little bit earlier than expected before my alarm this morning, and I thought, you know what, instead of rolling over the covers or not ceasing the day, should get out and just enjoy it. So got up early this morning, worked out, showered, ate, everything like that, feeling good. And then I thought I'd hop on and kind of share how I feel about it, just waking up a little bit earlier than expected and stuff like that. The importance of ceasing the day and not taking those things for granted. So I've probably talked about this a little bit before, but I just wanted to talk about the aspects of waking up earlier in the morning, being able to get a lot more done and having, the rest of the day to plan for new things. So I feel like a lot of people essentially want to run off of the schedule. So they're going to bed at a certain time, they're setting their alarms certain times and stuff like that. But essentially, I do believe that the body has a natural waking up system. Like, your body will tell you when it's supposed to wake up, and naturally when it does, I think that's when you're also supposed to get up and start doing things. When you go back to sleep, it actually triggers your brain to go back into this almost REM sleep. So even if you go back to bed for 10 or 15 minutes, could even be 5 minutes, you've tricked your brain into thinking you're tired again, going back into this REM sleep instead of actually waking up when your body's supposed to. Now, I haven't done enough scientific studies myself. I'm no scientist. I also haven't done enough research, but I can naturally tell this, and I think most people can as well. Now, the few benefits to waking up in the morning are for myself, and I don't want to say this for anybody else because I know each person's going to be very different based on what their schedules are, when they don't work, what climates they're in, etc. So essentially for me, I'm not a huge I'm not very hungry in the morning when I wake up. So I typically won't eat till like 11 or 12 o'clock, sometimes even later in the afternoon. And sometimes I feel like that's because I am waking up a little bit later than I should, and I'm sleeping through when I'm actually hungry, and I'm missing that morning portion of the meal. And I'm not saying that you need to have 3 meals a day, but I end up getting so hungry by like 11 or 12 or 1, and I'm just always surprised that when I wake up and I haven't eaten for 10 or 11 hours that I'm not hungry. So when I try and wake up in the mornings now, like even if I wake up super early like I did this morning before my alarm, I feel that it's important, I feel that I can eat in the mornings if I wake up before an alarm and I just naturally wake up. If I'm setting alarms, I'm waking up, I'm rolling over, I'm falling back to sleep, I'm waking up again, and I'm doing this weird pattern. It's like tricking my brain into being tired and not hungry and not eating when I'm supposed to, instead of just waking up and ceasing the day. So I think that's one huge factor of it. The second thing, I think is the most important, if not the first one as well, is just the amount of stuff that you can get done in a day. Waking up a couple hours earlier, and it doesn't have to be that you're waking up at 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Respect to those people, of course, but even if you're waking up at 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m., I think that's a great time to kind of wake up before the rest of the world does. And if you decide that you want to do some yoga, if you want to start journaling, if you want to hop on the camera like I am right now, maybe start recording something, share your experiences, that it gives you that extra half an hour, or whatever you need in the morning to kind of wake up and adjust and get motivated for the day. And, so I think that's one of the most important things for me as well. It's difficult. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy to start waking up super early in the morning, if you don't have a job, if you don't have anything to wake up for, if your work doesn't start till super later, you're like, okay, why am I waking up this late? But it's not why am I waking up this late, it's that how good am I gonna feel if I wake up before, and how better I'm gonna feel later in the afternoon. And it takes a little while to realize that, but even today I will know that I'm going to feel 100 times better that I naturally woke up before my alarm this morning and I actually decided to get up and do something about it instead of just laying in bed all day or waiting till the alarms go off. So just take a little bit of time for yourself in the mornings to wake up, and your schedule is going to be completely different than mine and vice versa. But I challenge you over the next couple of days to wake up at an earlier time. Set your alarm, whatever you have to do, but just try and wake up at an earlier time than you usually do for a couple of days and see how your afternoons feel. And like I said, I'm not comparing this to your morning. Your mornings are probably going to feel worse. They might feel better, but you're going to be more tired, of course, and you're going to be like, oh, I have to wake up, it's an hour earlier, you look at the time, this and that. It could be 5 o'clock in the morning, it could be 6 o'clock in the morning. If you don't know, like I didn't know what time I woke up at this morning until I checked my phone. So even if you wake up and you know it's early, just get up. You don't need to know what time it is. I'm saying if you're on schedule and stuff like that, maybe you want to practice this on the weekend. But just try getting up a little bit earlier and then try something new. For me, it's getting on the camera like this and getting myself talking again, because I feel like public speaking and just being in front of an audience or just talking about different discussions, I'm struggling with again. And it happens. If you stop doing it for a while, you lose your capability to be able to just kind of spew out words, or I've been having brain farts and stuff like that. So I feel like this is a great time to get my brain stimulated in the morning and get myself thinking and going, so by the time I do have to go into these meetings, or by the time I do have to start talking to coworkers, people, that I know what I'm going to say next, and then I'm not sitting there struggling, still waking up and thinking what I'm going to say. So just wanted to shed some light on this morning. I think it's an amazing topic to go over. It's something that I'm still dealing with every day. It's something that everybody, I think, struggles with to a certain degree. I know there's some people out there who are amazing and just automatically wake up at those times and do great with it, and that's kind of why I wanted to start practicing those practices myself, or practicing those things myself. Because if it's going to help me feel better, 5% better, 10% better, that is so much more worth it to wake up that extra hour earlier. And it's more time that we get to spend on this earth. We spend a huge portion of our life sleeping, like in the years, like in the decades, I think we spend our life sleeping. So let's try and make the best of it. I know we can all do better. I know I myself 100% can. So thank you guys so much for joining me on another episode of Inspire Me 360. My name is Tegan. If you guys like this episode, make sure to drop a like, comment, and make sure you subscribe. If you guys are dealing with this, if you guys have any questions or concerns as well, we will always answer them, and always give us a topic to go over. We're always looking for new ideas. Thanks so much, guys. We will see you in the next episode.